Sagittarius, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will take a look into the events coming up for you in the next few months. Let's start with your main energy. Okay, your first message today is, I honor how I want to feel. The message is clear and simple, Sagittarius. It's time to focus on you. It's time to focus on what is important to you and how the people and situations around you truly make you feel. No more compromises, no more saying yes when you want to say no. These type of shifts, although they might sound very simple, actually have the potential to kickstart a domino effect in your world and potentially transform everything around you. So let's see what's going on here and what type of transformation you should expect in your environment. Let's start with your reading. Wow, that's exactly what we just talked about. Okay. Yep. All right. I immediately get a very strong message from you, Sagittarius. And what I see overall here is someone who is feeling as though they have been chasing rainbows lately. Feeling as though they have been trying to make a situation work, whereas the other person instead was doing very little. You might have been in a situation where you kept offering something bigger than what the other person was offering to you. If you were offering a relationship and loyalty, this person might have just offered a casual connection, just fun. And if you would offer honesty and transparency, this person in return instead would play games with you. I see someone here thinking, why do I do this to myself? Why do I chase these dreams and end up setting my heart for breaking, when instead I should just break away from you? And this is definitely something that requires a lot of work and determination. Look at the 7 of Wands right here. This is someone who truly has to make sure that they do what's right for themselves long term, and someone who honors how they want to feel. Every time that we try to apply logic to what our heart is feeling, we get into a conflict. And eventually we realize that the choice is really not in between the mind and the heart. The choice is always about love. But in this case, deciding to love this person or loving yourself. When loving someone means loving you less, you already know, Sagittarius, that it's time to walk away. Some of you might have felt powerless in this situation, feeling as if everything was slowly falling apart, maybe self-destructing without anything that you could have done to quickly revert and make things better. But these are not situations where you can fight alone. Both of you should be fighting together and not against each other. But I do sense some sort of switch here, and we see it with this card really. Something that has happened or that is about to happen, and something that it's going to make you decide that you do not want to fight anymore, that you do not want to keep giving second chances, and that you want to truly bring a change in your life. Enough of me wasting time and energy for people who do not deserve me, for people who do not make me happy. And right now, what I want to feel is happiness. Enough of adapting and changing yourself in order to impress or please someone when the only person that you really need to impress and please is yourself. I see right here that it's truly time for a beginning that you can be proud of, Sagittarius. And time to realize that sometimes you have to give up on people. Not because you don't care anymore, but because they don't. Or at least they act like they don't, which at the end of the day, it's the same thing, really. We will see what's really going on with this person when we clarify and read into their energy. But so far, regardless of what's going on there, you need to do what's right for you. In the heart of the reading, 6 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles right here, Death, Rebirth, and the Ace of Wands. It's clear right here once again that a cycle in between the two of you is definitely coming to an end. But I don't see you being passive aggressive. I don't see you wanting to do this so that you trigger a reaction in this person. No. In fact, I just see you disappointed and turned off by their behavior. Doesn't matter how attracted and in love you might be. Eventually, if you keep pushing someone away, at some point, they will be so far from you that it will be impossible for them to remember why they fell in love in the first place. What's interesting right here is that as soon as you detach from this person, energetically, truly detach, for some reason, your finances are blooming. Perhaps this person really consumed a lot of your energy, a lot of your time and focus, to the point where you started neglecting other things, or at least not fully taking them to their max potential, When I see all of these pentacles after an end of a cycle, I immediately think about the universe supporting your decision. Good news and opportunities coming your way right away in the following weeks, which will distract you from what you're leaving behind, making you focus only on what's coming ahead instead. What I see coming up is also how the people around you are starting to perceive you differently. Something has changed within you, Sagittarius. You have let go of a burden, and that's what is exactly you do with the death energy. You've let go of expectations that were never fulfilled because they always depended on someone who was not mature enough to see what they had with you. Now that you focus on yourself, you're finding strength again. You're finding your power again. Your overall energy changes and the people around you will notice it big time. Also, the person from the past will. It's almost like those movies that were big in the 90s, early 2000s, I think, where someone would go through a makeover and all of a sudden the other person finally would start seeing them. Well, your makeover is a energetic makeover, the best kind, honestly. And it's going to make the difference in the following few weeks and months ahead as well. You're working on being in love with the person in the mirror, understanding that if you don't love yourself enough, you'll always be chasing after people who do not show you enough love either. And you'll always be chasing after rainbows that seem beautiful, but that the closer you get, the more they fade out and disappear. Something is about to happen right here. 6 of Wands, the Sun, and the Magician. You're definitely going back into your own element, and it looks beautiful. The 6 of Wands truly talks about achievements, rewards. It's about being seen for who you really are. It's clear that this person in the past often made you feel invisible, and they overall had the wrong idea of you and your intentions. And this upcoming energy from them, it's going to surprise you. There is happiness in the future, potentially between the two of you, or maybe happiness with someone new. We'll have to clarify, but regardless, I don't think you've seen the last of them. There is actually here some feeling of regret, which I don't know if it's actually going to translate into action eventually. But with the Magician, there is action right here. But right now, there is someone here who's looking at you as if you were their dream partner. Someone who all of a sudden now is starting to develop this magnetic attraction towards you, this connection that wasn't there before, not with this intensity. Who is this person? Let's clarify, but keep in mind that for you, I see the sun, Sagittarius. I see joy, positivity, fulfillment of wishes. But I want to make sure that you're not wishing on something that hasn't worked out in the past and that might feel good in the moment, but not so good in the future. Careful what you wish for, Sagittarius, because you are going to get it. And right now, more than ever before, you need to think long term. This is like the universe is giving you resources. It could be obviously a financial investment, but for most of you, it's going to be an emotional investment. What you have to do is thinking long term, because what you do right now, it's going to impact the next few months, if not years. And so let's clarify. Let's read into the other person's energy, as we were saying earlier, and trying to understand what their feelings and intentions are, because your intuition often told you that there was something else going on underneath the surface with this person, something that they wouldn't let out. Were you right about that? Also, let's clarify the Six of Wands and the Sun in order to understand what this happiness moment will be about and how it's bound to evolve in the next few months. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Sagittarius, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute live reading. This week, I'll actually offer the yearly reading, personal yearly reading. We'll go month by month to see what you should expect, and the reading will actually be 45 minutes long. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Sagittarius. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is the Ten of Pentacles. And honestly, this energy is a vision that is showing you where your current manifestation is about to take you in the future. It's not common for me to start extended videos with the outcome, but right here, this is coming up because it's probably very important for you to know that you do not need to settle, that this temptation that it's going to come up when this person will appear in your life again. I feel it with this magician that it's going to happen. It's going to be something that you truly want to be careful about. Right now, some of you might be thinking, oh, no, I would never, ever talk to this person or go back to this person. But when you have the magician, you have to be careful because they come in with such charm. They come in with an attraction for you, which will make you feel attracted to them in some way. You see, in fact, right here, as above, so below, it's kind of like a mirror energy. So we'll have to see what that is going to be about. But your future is this Ten of Pentacles, which is telling you that you don't need to settle because you can have it all. In fact, you're going to have it all if you honor how you want to feel. And if you decide to love yourself first. What does that mean concretely though? First of all, let's clarify this person's energy, because although we want to look into the future, we need to understand what you're coming from, what type of energy you're coming from, because as we've seen, it's going to reflect in your near future as well. So let's see what this person was about, intentions, feelings, what they were potentially hiding, and then we will keep going into the upcoming events in the near future and how this whole situation is bound to evolve in the next few months. Let's start by clarifying this Ten of Cups reversed. Oh my God. This is actually, oh, here we have it. This is actually surprising to me as well. I definitely see right here, Sagittarius, that you're coming from a situation that showed so much potential. Something that you truly thought it was going to be the investment of your life, emotional investment, obviously. But that unfortunately turned out into something different. But there is something you don't know about this. The first thing that we've seen is